The 2026 FIFA World Cup meal at McDonald's is underway with one of 9 legendary cups in the lineup. Christian Pulisic, David Beckham, Lamine Yamal, Ronaldinho, Thierry Henry, Son Heung-min, Alphonso Davies, Santi Jimenez. And between the posts, it's Grimace. Get one of 9 collectible cups with a FIFA World Cup meal.
At participating McDonald's for a limited time while supplies last. All rights reserved. 2026 McDonald's at FIFA World Cup 2026.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. In today's episode, I wanted to talk on the latest basketball game to hit the scenes, NBA The Run. I think that's the name of it. Yeah, NBA The Run. So, pretty much, it's a street basketball game. It's kind of like the NBA Street Volume games, but I think they did have a NBA The Run. I tried to blend it all in together, my fault. But anyways, I think they did have a NBA The Run game back some years ago. So I can understand like why a game like that's like if it's an old game and they're re-releasing a new one, then it's like, yeah, you know, people are going to be happy about it and stuff. I really don't know too much information about the original NBA The Run, but let me see if I can find any things on it. I think because with the recent one being out, that's gonna be the main one that everybody's gonna be talking about. But old game, NBA Give and Go. There's that, but there's NBA The Zone, Run and Gun. Why do I feel like that they had a NBA The Run from sometime? Okay, you know what? Let's just say that they didn't. I feel like that they did. Maybe I just gotta do a little bit more research. But let's just talk on the one that they do have now. But first things first, let's talk on the other contenders when it comes down to basketball games. Probably the only one that they are gonna have to, I guess, fight for that spotlight in basketball, well, in the basketball game genre is NBA 2K. Now, we all know that NBA 2K got problems. Like, there's no questions about that. Everything is wrong with single player. Everything is wrong with multiplayer. Everything is wrong with my team. Everything is wrong with just the whole franchise, the whole series. Now, with NBA 2K, though, they do have a little bit more options than NBA The Run. All that NBA The Run has is a 3v3 mode. That's it. And they're asking how much? $29.99 for a game that only has one mode. What's up with companies doing that? What's up with companies? Because when you look at other games that cost $29.99, there's a little bit more to do in there besides just, we just play however long. It ain't like it's these like super long games and stuff. Most likely a game in NBA The Run, it's probably less than 30 minutes. But I'm not playing for no hour. I'm not playing for no 2 hours. I'm playing for minutes. That's it. So it just, to me, it trips me out. You guys charge $29.99 for this game. Meanwhile, the thing is this, I know people are going to be thinking I'm crazy. They're going to be like, wait a minute, you're saying good things about NBA 2K? Yes, because NBA 2K, at some point in time, they will have the game on sale, and it might be $29.99, might be a little bit more, might be a little bit less, but they give you a gang of, the coins. They give you a gang of coins. They give you, some other things, like, whether it's, My Pack stuff, or, what else? They might give you a free jersey. They give you things. There is a reason to get the game when it's on sale. NBA The Run. When this game is on sale, how much is the sale going to be, and is it going to be worth it? My question is what is the future going to be like for this game? Because for a video game to have, we're talking about basketball, we're talking about a sport, or one of the, the biggest sports in the world, but so many different ways on playing the sport.
This episode is brought to you by Prime. What if you had one more chance with the one that got away?
Sam.
You came home
based on the best-selling novel from Carly Fortune. Every Year After follows childhood friends Sam and Percy as they reunite in the dreamy, nostalgic lakeside town of Barry's Bay.
Love can be hard to find. So if you're lucky enough to find that person, never let go.
A second chance at first love. Every Year After, now streaming only on Prime.
Are your ad campaigns lighting up the dashboard, but not the pipeline? That's bullspend, and marketers are calling it out in Dashboard Confessions.
My boss asked for results, so I opened my dashboard for the only positive-sounding metric I had: impressions.
Cut the bull spend. See revenue, not just reach. LinkedIn delivers the highest return on ad spend of major ad networks. Advertise on LinkedIn. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a $250 credit. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
Having it where you're just shooting around and just practicing, you guys could have added challenges to the game where it's like, oh, shoot like 20 baskets within a minute or something, or and then to have it where it just keeps getting harder and harder. Have a challenge mode, have a offline mode. I'm saying, you guys didn't even have a create a character option. So pretty much what they have is just pretty much the biggest basketball players just playing 3v3. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, fam, I think, didn't NBA Street Volume 2 have more going? I need to play that game because I'm like, I feel like that's what they wanted to create, but you guys created a modern day version of it, which was a bad idea when you look at a lot of different modern day games that are coming out. And even, I guess, going back to saying bad things about NBA 2K, it's not a good spot to be at. It's not good what you guys are doing to the game. And I'm like, man, you're giving people a reason on not wanting to play basketball games no more, or some developer out there creating their own basketball game. And that's eventually what it's going to lead up to. There is going to be a developer that creates a basketball game, and it's going to be better than anything that NBA 2K came out with, NBA The Run then came out with. I had to say probably the only game that I can possibly think of where I'm like, I would like to see their portrayal of a basketball game again is EA. Because when I remember I was playing NBA Live 19 a lot. And I honestly thought that game was decent. But yeah, and I think because of the game, it's a little out of date. So yeah, it's not going to play as good than modern games. A game that came out almost... yeah, it was like 7 years ago. Dang, that's crazy to think that game is that old. But anyways, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, why is it that we're living in this time where we're seeing the bare minimum being done to video games, and we're supposed to give money to these companies for that? No, bruh. You need to understand that people are tired of one mode games. People are tired of spending money on games where it's like, maybe if this game has like a Fortnite story where it's like, okay, you guys now have, just one mode, but maybe in the future, you guys might add more things to the game. If that's the case, then cool. I will definitely be waiting for it. But right now, I don't see myself buying this game. Not if it's just a simple 3v3 mode where I'm like, I can go. I think they just recently added NBA 2K to the Xbox Game Pass. So it's like, do you honestly think that it's a good idea? Let's say if 2K decides to cut a deal with Xbox or PlayStation, and they're like, from now on, we're always going to have it set up where you don't have to buy NBA 2K. We know it's a lot easier for us to have it where our games is on one of these subscription services. So from now on, NBA 2K, if you have Xbox Game Pass, or if they decide to sign with PlayStation, they're all like, oh, if you have PlayStation Plus, on day one, you get to play NBA 2K. What do you think that's going to do to the people out there that I guess, the people behind NBA The Run? That's going to put you guys under. Because you guys sit down and think about it. Your game has nothing. It has this one mode, but overall, it's nothing. There's a lot of games out there that got one mode, and look at where they're at right now. You see where the extraction shooter genre is starting to die off. You've seen it where, developers, they're getting desperate. Look at Bungie. I was just recently talking about them, how they have their one mode thing going on with Marathon. Now they're trying to add new modes to the game because they bombed with Destiny. But when you look at what made those games into, you know, I guess what they are today, or what made Bungie into what it is today. When you look at all the things that they did with the Halo series, and then all the stuff that they did with Destiny 1 and when Destiny 2 was good, you had a lot of different options in those games. They even got some stuff now out with Destiny 2 where it's, the sparrow racing, and now they got like some other things that you can do in the game. Do you honestly think that a one mode game is going to last people a lifetime? It's not. If you honestly think that this is what the NBA 2K developers, it's like, bruh, you guys, let me just see something real quick. Let me just see what they have going on. So there's like about this game. So there was like play solos or squads. The choice is yours. Face off against the best of the best in online multiplayer knockout tournament spanning the globe on legendary streetball courts from Venice Beach to the tenement in the Philippines. I think that's that word, but and more. Lock in, win, advance, repeat. I don't. There's like gameplay is fast, fluid, and responsive, powered by true robot netcode. Your moves and the sticks will sync instantaneously. Cross up an aggressive defender, pull down a towering block, or throw up a lob out of a spin move for a game-winning alley-oop. It's not convincing. I'm sorry. But anyways, then the next one there is all like it's not only about the high flying dunks, step back logo threes, and ankle breakers, and NBA the run defense is just as fun and powerful as offense. Thunderous blocks, diving for loose balls. Pause on that. huge steals and all out physicality on D can lead to a W and will get you just as hype. Still not convinced. Then the last thing, everything about NBA The Run is handcrafted, stylized to deliver a completely unique look and feel, authentic to the sport of basketball and visually in a lane of its own. There is another basketball game on the market that looks and feels and plays like NBA The Run. Yes, there is, and it's called NBA Street Volume 2. You guys tried to recreate that game, but recreate it in a way where people are not getting a game, they're just giving you guys money for a tech demo. Do you honestly sit down and think about that, right? How would you guys feel where, okay, let's just say your guys' game, it has offline, online, co-op, it has every mode possible that you can think about in a video game. You can play horse, you can play, just shoot around and stuff. You could do any and everything in this basketball game. But instead of giving you guys the full price that you're asking for, I only give you $1. And you don't know when the next dollar or how much money you'll get next. All I give you guys is $1. But you got to give me, I put money towards the game. You got to give me the video game. How'd that make you feel? Because I know a lot of people, they ain't going to be with that. Developers ain't going to be with that. You put down a $1 down payment for the game, but I get to play the game however I want to play it and stuff. And then if I don't like it, then I can take my dollar back at any given point in time. Or even if it is on some stuff where I do pay for the game full price, and let's say Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, they don't care about that 2-week and 2-hour thing. No, I could get my money back at any given point in time. And I guarantee and I promise you, if Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and every other company, if they decide to do that, they're going to be like, we know how it is in the gaming industry. So what we're going to do, we're going to abolish the whole 2-hour and 2-week thing. Developers got to start working harder. You got to start giving people a reason to buy your guys' game. Because I'm telling you right now, let's say I were to buy NBA The Run, and then I almost called it NBA Street, but that's an insult to the NBA Street Volume games. But anyways, let's say I buy the game, months done pass, I realize that I don't like it, I'm never going to play it again, and I could get my money back. How would that make you feel? Who's the developers behind NBA? Play-by-Play Studios. So yeah, it's like to Play-by-Play Studios. How would that make you guys feel if people were doing that? Because then you guys is going to be upset. And that's one thing about it. It's like y'all ain't gonna be having these old robotic mindsets like, oh, we're doing our best to make sure that the game is gonna be fun and that you're gonna play for a long. Because even just reading that bio, I'm like, fam, was that AI generated? Like, I mean, it just to me doesn't seem like that your heart isn't in the right place when it comes to video game development. I feel like that. And this is how I'm gonna end off this podcast episode. I need to let developers know what a video game means to a gamer. When a gamer, don't matter what their age is, but let's just go through the, I guess the life cycles of a gamer, right? you're a kid getting into video games for the first time. You play all of these different, like, just even speaking on myself, like, growing up, playing games on the Nintendo 64 and PlayStation 2, that's what made me into a gamer. Sitting down and talking hours with friends of mine at school and my uncle, because he was also a gamer. Sitting down and talking hours, okay? It's like playing video games. Then, yeah, going over to my uncle's house playing video games from the moment I walk in to the minute that I'm leaving. I'm saying, like, from stuff like that, like, you're building memories, okay? You're, like, reminiscing, like, and then, yeah, when you get older, you're reminiscing on those memories and stuff. But then fast forward, and I just still going based off of my own experience, being a gamer and stuff. Gaming gets a little bit more advanced. Now we got the Xbox 360. Now we got the PlayStation 3. Staying up in the middle of the night playing Call of Duty Black Ops 1 or one of the older NBA 2K games. I'm saying, when you sit down and you think of, like, I'll never forget, I remember getting a copy, I think, what NBA 2K game it was. I just remember going over to my friend's house. I walked all the way over to my friend's house because he challenged me. I remember it was early in the morning. He challenged me and I said, okay, you let me know when you wake up. I'm there. I'm going over to your house and we gonna settle this. We gonna settle this argument. We gonna settle this disagreement. I remember we was having the most, or was it in NFL? No, it was an NBA game. No, it was an NBA game. I think because I remember I think he did get his copy, and then me and him, we were playing it from, the comfort of our homes and stuff. But overall, though, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, like, we'll never get to experience that again. Then you look at what gaming is now, and it's like, what happened? What went wrong? Like, what's going on right now with gaming? Because if you guys think that what gaming is today is better than what gaming was back when I was younger, you're lying to yourself. You're flat out lying to yourself. But I'm saying, like, it's super rare nowadays where I have fun with a video game. And then when I do, I feel like I shouldn't be having fun with the video game. I feel like that's how, I guess, twisted up my mind is right now with video games, is that I'm thinking along the lines, dang, like, should I be subscribing to something or buying a season pass or doing, like, what should I be doing right now to where it's like, I'm not having fun. Like, that's where I'm at right now with gaming, where I'm thinking to myself that I shouldn't be having fun with the game. You shouldn't be thinking like that. I don't know what happened with gaming, but it needs to change. It needs to be fixed. And these one mode games, people got to stop doing that. So maybe in the future, if they add more stuff to the game, then cool. Yeah, sure, I'll definitely play NBA The Run. But if all they're going to have is just this one mode, and then they're going to come out with an NBA Run 2, NBA Run 3, 4, 5, and it's just all these just 3v3. I'm like, yeah, nah, bro, I'm good. I don't need to play that game. So, but anyways, it honestly wouldn't surprise me if it got to the point where the developers got desperate, made the game free to play, but then had it where it's like, oh yeah, now we're gonna add season passes and all these other, so it's gonna be free to download, but all the other things in the game you are gonna have to pay for it. They're gonna be like, oh, you played your maximum amount of 3v3 games and stuff. Now you got to pay to play more games and things. And then at that point, that's why I'm like, yeah, that game is pretty much dead to me and stuff if they do some things like that. So, but anyways, with that being said, talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow or subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. And peace.